Hi guys, I'm Louisa, welcome back to my channel. So it has been over a year since I stopped smoking. When I initially stopped, I made a video talking about the horrible withdrawal symptoms that I was experiencing. I was going through a really hard time then. I'll leave a link to that video down below so that you can compare and see like how much better I'm doing now. When I originally stopped, it wasn't plain sailing. Like, I did have a few slip-ups. It wasn't like I said, right, I'm stopping on this date and I never had another cigarette after that date. I decided on a quit date, and on that date I made a real effort to stop, but occasionally I did, like I slipped up and I had a cigarette. But the most important thing is that when I did have that cigarette, I didn't just give up on my quit. Like, I got back on the wagon and continued to try to stop day after day after day. After a slip up, I just looked at my inspiration for stopping, which is and was my children. They were the reason why I wanted to stop. I don't ever want them to remember me as a smoker. And I thought a year ago, like, if I stopped then, they would never ever remember me smoking, and in their mind I would just be a non-smoker. So if you are a smoker, or if you have just recently given up smoking and are going through horrible withdrawal symptoms, I just want you to know that it does get easier. You do reach the promised land. I don't think about cigarettes anymore. Unless someone is smoking a cigarette in front of me, the thought of a cigarette just doesn't enter my head at all. Cigarettes don't control my life anymore, and those horrible withdrawal symptoms are gone. When I was a smoker, I thought that I enjoyed smoking, and never realised that I didn't enjoy it at all. It was literally just an addiction and I had to get my fix. If you really enjoy smoking, you wouldn't go and stand out in the pouring rain and just have a cigarette. Or when you get off an aeroplane, you wouldn't go and stand in that horrible smoking booth in airports filled with disgusting smoke. Or if you're in a restaurant with all your friends that don't smoke, you wouldn't go and stand outside by yourself to go and have a cigarette and go back to the table stinking of smoke. That's the thing with smoking, like, it makes you do these horrible things that if you didn't have an addiction you wouldn't do. And that's the best thing about being a non-smoker. Like, I'm not forced to do those horrible things anymore. I can just live my life as I want without being controlled by a horrible substance. Now the smell of smoke really does make me feel sick. If I'm around smokers and they've just had a cigarette, like, it really, like, I have to stand away from them because the smell is horrible. I cannot believe that my husband, who has been a non-smoker all his life, I can't believe that he was with me for so many years while I smoked. He put up with me stinking of cigarettes. He kissed me after I'd had a cigarette for so many years. Like, it just makes me realise how much he must have loved me. I do feel like I got an easy ride with giving up smoking, because I gave up in the January, and 2 months later, in the March, I found out I was pregnant. And it's always been really easy for me to give up smoking when pregnant. I just couldn't imagine harming a little baby inside of me. So in all my pregnancies, I've always given up smoking really easily. And also when I'm pregnant, I don't feel guilty about eating more. I always use cigarettes to control my appetite, to eat less, to control my weight. Whereas when I'm pregnant, I just eat whatever I want, I put on weight, and I don't really care. The danger comes when I give birth, i.e. now. Because I'm a lot heavier, I have all the baby weight, and I want to lose the baby weight, and I want to eat less. So how do I control my appetite? Smoking. Like, smoking helps me lose the baby weight. And I don't have a little baby inside of me anymore that I'm trying to protect from the cigarettes. So now I'm in the danger zone, and I think after all my other pregnancies, I went back to smoking because I thought, oh, I'm gonna fall pregnant again soon anyway, so I'll just stop, like, when I fall pregnant again. But this time around, like, I don't know if I am gonna have any more kids. I can't use that excuse anymore, so for me, like it really is, like I'm not going back to it now. I can't do that to my children, my husband, and I can't do it to myself. I deserve to be smoke-free and healthy and happy. And you do too. So if you're watching this, like I know you can do it. I know you can make it to 1 year smoke-free as well. And I know that when you do, you will feel absolutely amazing. Believe me, like if you do make it to the year mark, you won't go back. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it gave you inspiration and motivation to stay strong on the road to being smoke-free. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye!